Hello, this is Ms. McGillicuddy. I just wanted to talk about your assignments and lessons for September 21st on Monday. So you have your Zoom meeting information, you have your calendar and your EPIC code. For math and science, I will put that information in there, and it's just an agenda of what you guys are working on in those classes. Reading, we're working on literal versus inferential thinking. What is inference? What is literal and inferential thinking? If you click on your journal, you will see these anchor charts. I'm going to go through the pages if it loads. Okay, so let's go over. And we are in the 5th week of the first 6 weeks. So this is the last week to make sure you turn in all your assignments that are missing. Let's see, making inferences. So when authors of books don't tell everything about characters and events, and readers have to use story clues or your text information and background knowledge, what you already know, your schema, to make an inference. Sometimes they won't tell you authors won't tell you what exactly what's going on. Sometimes we have to make an inference. So you use your text clues plus schema equals inference. Some thinking stems that you can ask yourself is, I can infer. This could mean perhaps, maybe. Okay, so you're making inferences as you read. Then you have another anchor chart here that's literal. It talks about the differences between literal and inferential. Literal are statements that are facts about let's say, a picture. Okay, inferences are maybe, perhaps, this could mean. For instance, there are in the forest. Okay, you see trees. That is literal. It's exactly as it is. There's trees. There, a tent is popped up. You see a fire. There's leaves on the floor, on the ground, I mean, wood. Okay, you see a little camper in the background. So that is literal, just the fact. Inferential is making those inferences. They are camping. Well, how do you know they're camping? I see the camper, I see a tent, they're in the woods. Tell scary stories by fire. That he gets bored, right? So there maybe he doesn't look too enthused. So maybe they're getting bored. Maybe they're telling stories. That's inferential, using those text clues or image clues plus your schema, what you already know. Okay, they chop down a tree. Maybe they chop down a tree to get that wood. Those are inferences, and we'll talk more about that. Let me go. All right, let's go back to our homepage. So we'll be talking in our groups about inferences and literal versus inferential. Here you have another example of what's literal, what's right there. Inferential, what can you tell from the picture that's not shown? And then we're going to practice on a couple of task cards. And of course, you can do this on your own. You have an assignment. Your assignment is making inferences. It's just one slide that you're going to fill in. You're going to observe the images, and then what do I observe? What's literal? And then the inferences you can make. And on the other side, you use this picture, and I observe so I can infer. Then you're turning in the either text entry, the file, or a snapshot in assignments. Let's go back to home. You have for You have your spelling lists. Level one, just regular spelling list. Level two, if you have dyslexia, you need a shorter list. And then you have your modifications for special education. If you have a 504, you're probably on level two. Then you have the reading groups. You have your assignment, which is 4 slides. You're doing one activity per day. And it's a PDF. See, did that download? Well, I'm going to have to check that assignment. Let me go ahead and check that assignment. Why it's not downloading. Oh, it's there. Spelling assignment. Let me check if it downloaded. No. All right, I have to check that one. Why it's not linking? And it should be a PDF. Check that again. Oh, okay, let me check that one. Why it's not downloading? And spelling assignment, and it is published. All right, I will check that because it should be slides and it should be a PDF. All right, let me go back to home. Then for social studies, you're gonna go to social studies, click on social studies. And we're still learning about the 13 colonies. All right, and here's your reading passages. And you have a modified one. So the mod is for 504s, special ed. You're going to open the reading passage and it download it. Now I'm going to open it when it's done. Okay, so it's New England colonies. So you're learning about the different colonies in New England. Some information, description, and then scrambled answer, and then your answer. Unscramble the letters to label each description. Then you have a multiple choice questions. All right, and those are your answers. You're gonna fill that in and then submit it. Okay, that's for social studies. And then for your CBAs, Tuesday you'll have social studies. Wednesday we'll have a reading. So these are your benchmark assessments. Thursday you have science and Friday math. All right, so good luck with everything and turn in those assignments the last 6 weeks, the last week of this first 6 weeks.